You wanna sit up here with me? You can try. I mean, there's not much room, but you can try. Okay, I gotta film. So either get up here or get down. Okay, we're just gonna start like this. Hello, my name is Lakin, and welcome to my channel. So, today's video, I don't really know what it is, but I just had this idea and thought it might be cool to talk about it. So, it may be really lame, and if it is, I apologize. The video that was supposed to go up today was my 1950s reading week, which I did this past week. But while I was editing that video, it kept crashing, and I didn't want to have to rush all this editing just to get that video out today. So instead, we're going to be filming this little short video, and hopefully next week we will have that reading vlog up for you. I say we like we're a production. Nope, it's just me. But yeah, so in today's video, we are going to be talking about the books that I wish I had never unhauled. Now, I love watching unhaul videos. I don't care to see people like bashing books. Like, that's not why I watch them. I just enjoy seeing like why people get rid of it and what people are getting rid of, and it's just fun. I enjoy those more than I enjoy hauls. And last year I was in a very dark place. I was not mentally healthy at all and I just wasn't happy. Nothing that used to bring me joy brought me joy. So it's a little embarrassing to say this, but I had a complete meltdown and I got rid of everything that brought me joy because it wasn't doing its job. And so because it wasn't bringing me joy at the time, I just got rid of it all. So I got rid of all my art stuff. I got rid of all my paintings that I had ever done. I got rid of a lot of my books and a lot of my movies, and I got rid of all my Pop Funkos and just little collectibles. Thankfully, my husband did not allow me to get rid of any of my Disney pins because that just would have been the icing on this terrible, terrible cake. I got rid of a lot of things, and I justified it by saying, we're moving, we're not going to have room for all this stuff anyway, so why keep it around? We can sell it and get some money. So this bookcase that's behind me, it used to be one side was completely VHSs. Like, I was going to need another bookshelf to put more VHSs on, and then the other side was DVDs. And now my VHSs fit on this side, and the last bottom row of this whole bookshelf fits my DVDs. And I used to have another big bookcase that was probably this size too, maybe a little bit bigger, that had all mine and my husband's books on it. But now, all our books fit on 4 little bookshelves. Mine specifically fit on the very top bookshelf. Now we have a bookshelf right here that has our kid books, the books we had when we were younger, but yeah, my main bookshelf is up there and it fits all my books. So that's a big unhaul. That's a big purge of a lot of things. A lot of them I'm okay with getting rid of them because I don't really reread books. I do sometimes, but majority of the time, if I read it once, it's hard for me to read it again. A lot of the books I'm perfectly content with unhauling and giving them a new home where they can find the love that they need and someone else can read those great stories. But there are a few that I really, really wish that I hadn't. I don't want this to seem like I'm complaining. I can just go buy these books again, you know? I can fix it. I unhauled it. I regret it. I can buy them. And I probably will. Not anytime soon, because me and my husband are doing a no-buy year where we don't buy anything that we don't need. It may be a little while, maybe a couple years before I get all these back, but eventually all these books will be back in my life because I did regret getting rid of them. I feel like I've been yammering on way too long because this is supposed to be a short video, and it probably isn't. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first book that I regret getting rid of is actually a series, and that is the Hunger Games series. I got rid of all 3 of my books, and obviously I regret it. The Hunger Games was the first book that I really got in and joined a fandom. I never did the online forums and stuff. I was way too shy and socially anxious to do any of that. So this was the first time for me to actually see a community that all loves the same thing in front of me in real life. And it was exciting. Looking back at it now, very much obsessed with the Hunger Games. I was that girl. When it came to this series, I had the my gym bag with my gym clothes in it was the bag that she gets Peeta's medicine in the movie. I wore all through high school a Mockingjay pen. I went through like 3 of them because they kept like dropping off in school or breaking. I had all the like random little books that talked about Hunger Games information. Even though I only read the book series once, I was that type of person that would find specific scenes again, and just read those scenes over and over again. And so my books got very broken, and it was to the point that like I had to like pages would fall out and I would have to like find where they're supposed to go and like just put them back in there and like try to not drop the whole book, because otherwise all the pages would go flying. Those books were so battered and beaten because I just loved them so much. That's the part that kind of hurts the most for me, is the fact that the books that I went through this crazy obsession with, and the ones that have all my love and devotion poured into them, I can never get those specific ones back. When I do get them, they're going to be brand new or slightly used, and they're not going to be the same, you know? The next one that I regret getting rid of is another series, and it is the Selection series by Kiera Cass. This series was another series that I was obsessed with around the same time. I wasn't on Goodreads at the time, but if I was, I would have rated every single one of these books 5 stars. All of them. Even the second trilogy where it's the daughter, 5 stars. All the novellas, 5 stars. I had them all. I had originally read them from the library, and so it took me a couple years to accumulate them on my own possession through like gifts. And so when I finally did, I was so proud to have every single one of them. Around the time when I finally got every single one of them is when I started watching BookTube. And a lot of people that I was watching really hated the Selection series. Or they might have not hated it, but they made fun of it a lot. And I was really insecure about my own opinions at the time. And so, because a lot of other people disliked it, I was like, well, maybe I read them wrong. Maybe I just didn't read them like I was supposed to. How can I like this book that everyone else seems to be making fun of? So instead of just keeping it and sticking to my own, I got rid of them all. And I want them back. Even if they're not the greatest pieces of literature of all time. Like, I saw parts of myself in America's Singer. Maybe because she was a redhead and she was creative. I just enjoyed the book series at the time, and that was really all that should matter. I let other people's opinions get in the way of what I enjoyed, and I want the love and the swooning heartbeats that I originally had for that series. The next series, this is the last series that I regret getting rid of, and it is the Animorphs. If you watched my BookTube newbie tag, I talked about this book series was the one that got me into reading. And I never read the whole series. I got to book 30 or something. There's 54. I read them all through the library. And so I never had them for myself. Now that I was an adult, I was like, you know what? I can buy these books. I can hunt them down and have the whole 54 book collection all for me. And so that's what I was doing. I got around half of them, and then I sold all of them except for the first 3. Now I'm really itching to reread them, because first I was just having them just to have nostalgia and good feelings in my house, but now I actually do want to reread them. And you can't just go buy them from the bookstore. You have to search for them in used bookstores and online. And the next book that I regret getting rid of is my complete collection of the Grimm's fairy tales. I love old fairy tales. As much as I love The Little Mermaid, the Disney version, and all the Disney versions of all the fairy tales, I love the original, the dark, the creepy versions just as much. And I had 2 books that had the complete works of Grimm's fairy tales, and I also had a book of Hans Christian Andersen, his complete work, which he's the one that did The Little Mermaid. And I had all of them, and they were so pretty, and I got rid of them. Don't know why. That just shows how much I wasn't actually thinking about when I was doing this. I was just wanting to self-sabotage. And the last book on my list is a Disney coffee table book. Now, before filming this video, I looked all over the internet trying to figure out what the title of this book was and where it was. And I just couldn't do it. I do not remember the title, so if you do, please leave it in the comments. But I just remember it was a coffee table book that my mom had gotten me. Inside this book, it had all the meetings about the first couple Disney animated films. And the behind the scenes of them talking about putting these movies together, and it had all the meetings typed out, and it had different pictures and sketches of those Disney films and different behind the scenes photos. Again, I don't know why I got rid of these books. I don't know why I got rid of it, because I'm a little in love, or a lot in love, with Disney, and I want a lot of their coffee table books, and I had one that was probably really expensive, and yet I got rid of it. Thinking about that coffee table book just reminded me of a book that I just realized I got rid of. I was so stupid to get rid of these books, especially in a mindset like that. I had the behind the scenes art book of Finding Nemo and Monsters University, and it had the process of drawing the characters from very first beginning stages to the end and talking about the whole process. And I don't have those books anymore. Oh my goodness. Well, add 2 more to the list, I guess. I don't know what I was thinking. And I don't know what the point of this video is. It doesn't have a happy ending. I regret getting rid of these books, and it's not like, surprise, I got them all back. No, they're still gone. I just hope that they've all found a good home. Yeah. That's my list of books that I regret unhauling. If you have ever regret unhauling books, let me know so that I know I'm not alone in this. Thank you so much for watching. Hope this video was okay. Hope this video was interesting. If not, like I said, my 1950s readathon is gonna be up, but that's probably gonna be a hot mess too. So, I don't know what else to tell you. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing morning or evening whenever you are watching this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!